Hi, I am Rachel Heisey, and welcome back for your second yoga practice in your Trauma Institute. So I am honored to be teaching this. In the first class, we went through a lot of self-awareness, a lot of recognizing what was happening within us and even around us at the end as we talked through sounds and sensations. And we also talked a little bit about allowing those to be present, allowing us to be exactly as we are, how we are. And so there is a deeper component that is the first. You do need that. That is your foundation. But the next part is how can we meet what we find with a loving, compassionate awareness? So it is said, and take it for what it's worth, but that we can only give out love to the extent that we're able to love within. So that is a big leap, and especially in our culture when our mind is often running with shoulds, that we're told we should be, smarter, thinner, more successful, you name it. Any of those untrue messages that we pick up, we then have not been taught how to actually be compassionate. That when we're hurting, whether it's that we didn't measure up or there actually is a traumatic experience that we're dealing with, how do we still find a compassionate base? That there's enough goodness and love within us that we're able to show it to ourselves when we're hurting. And with practice, so that's the key, is that we will work primarily with love towards your body, towards your spirit, towards yourself in this practice. But we will also work a little bit with how to extend that to others. And I do find, as well as if you look up something called metta meditation, is what I believe Buddhism calls it, you will find that you have more capacity to love others, especially the difficult individuals. So to begin, we did start the last time just with posture and breathing, and I'm so glad that you have that as a base. This time, we're going to start facing our mats so that we can look a little bit within and have a little more awareness of that. So coming to child's pose, you can have your knees together or separated on the mat. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, shift your hips back and reach your hands forward and allow yourself to rest on your mat. So take a nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, sink even deeper. So just like we started to learn, the ground can hold you up. So let it hold you up. And then start to be aware of your breath without judging it here. I just want you to notice, what is your breath like as we start? And now we'll start to work with it. So really breathe in and let your belly expand so much that you feel your low back stretch because your belly made it rise. And then as you exhale, see if you can release all of your breath and become a little bit heavier. So just starting in that breath practice, really breathing in and then letting it go. And as we work here, if you want to start with adding some of your compassionate touch, I invite you to bend your elbows and then just rest your hands on your back so that you can feel the loving touch of your own hands. You're even welcome to massage around your shoulders if that feels good. And as you come, make sure you're in a comfortable spot, coming back to your breath. And we're going to start with some loving and compassionate phrases towards ourselves. So if this is the first time you're doing this, it might feel a little bit silly. And I want you to just note that and let it pass. And then keep coming back to just practicing, to trusting that you're rewiring your makeup to be more compassionate. So just trust the process. All right, nice deep breath in. Exhale, allow yourself to be held by the ground. And now as you breathe in, I want you to breathe in the phrase, may I be safe, or may I feel safe. And then as you breathe out, just let yourself rest. And then we'll try that with a different phrase. Inhale, may I be happy, or may I feel happy. Breathe in. And then exhale, let yourself be held and relax into it. And then another phrase, inhale, may I be healthy, or may I feel healthy. And then exhale and be held again, just relaxing, compassionate touch if you want to focus on that. And then one more phrase, inhaling, may I live with ease or feel at ease. And then exhaling and letting yourself rest. So now just come back to your breathing. And in your mind's eye, maybe picture yourself there on the mat. If you can, with more of a loving, compassionate feel as you do so. And then picture your heart space and the warmth when you do so, just coming inside that space in your body. And then from your heart space, we'll do it just one more time. Take a nice deep breath in, breathing in, may I be safe, or may I feel safe. And then breathing out and just being held and resting for a moment. And then breathing in, may I be happy, may I feel happy. And breathing out, being rested and held. Inhale, may I be healthy, may I feel healthy. And exhale, let it go. And then one more inhale, may I live with ease or feel at ease. And then exhale and let yourself lay. So coming up for a little movement, extend your arms and inhale up to all fours. And then separate your hands so they're about shoulder width with your wrists, bringing your shoulders into your back. And your knees right now, I want them wider than your hips. So not quite an all fours pose, but a little bit wider. We're going to circle the hips. So a nice deep breath in. And then exhale and round your hips back towards your heels. And as you come forward, inhaling, opening your heart. And then exhaling and coming back. So continue to go with this. I call this waist circles. You're just circling your hips. I want you to be able to reach within and just notice how you're doing. So throughout this class, you use what we practiced in the last one, your self-awareness, to notice tension. And then you're going to add to it in this one, giving yourself compassion when you do. So that nurturing feeling is what's going to help soften your amygdala and give you what you need in order to heal, to grow, or to be able to care for those around you. So just breathing, just noticing your body. What feels tight? Do you want to linger anywhere in your circle? And when you're ready, we'll reverse direction. So breathing in and then exhaling, reversing back. And you can also practice the self-awareness and the joy of having a body. When you come forward, you'll notice it feels good to breathe in. You have room. And then when you go back, it feels good to exhale because you're closing and stretching into a collapsed, more posture. And just breathing. And just noticing, is anything tight in you? Does anything need cared for in this moment? And then one more. And whenever you're ready, come back to all fours. And this time we are going to bring our knees in. So line them up with your hips. And then your wrists will come in right under the shoulders. Shoulders go into the back. And at the same time, I want you to hug your lowest rib in so that your spine feels supported. And then we'll create alignment and openness in your vertebrae. Lengthen the crown of the head away from the tail. Nice deep breath, feeling the strength you made. Breathe it out. And opposite arm and leg. Inhale, reach your opposite arm and leg out. Take a nice deep breath. And see if you lost your shoulders. Bring them back into the back. And then your ribs, hug them in. It's okay if we lose posture. That's why we keep coming back. And really reach. Feel yourself opening your body and strengthening. And just notice, what do you feel? Does anything want or need cared for? Inhale. And exhale, if you wish, we're going to bend our back knee and reach for it. So if you can hold on to your foot, great. If not, you just reach. You're still stretching your shoulder and your quad. So if you do have your foot, flex your ankle. and then stamp the ceiling. So put your foot up into the air. Now press out of your hand. Let your tailbone come out of the back. One more deep breath, feeling your courage as you go into this challenging pose. Let it go. And then inhale, lengthen out. And exhale, bring it down. So to center out our spine, we're going to do one cat-cow in the middle. So that's an inhale, let your belly dip, lift your chin and tail. And then exhale and round. So feel the carrying towards your spine when you do that. And then we'll come back to center. So find a place where you feel centered. Take your shoulder blades together, lengthen crown, tail, hug the ribs. And then your other side. So I want you to lift opposite arm and leg again, but now your second side. Take a moment to pause, and we'll find our alignment and our posture. So shoulder blades into the back. Lengthen out crown of the head to the back heel. And really breathe. How long can you get? It's going to open the back hip. And then if you liked it, you'll bend your back knee and reach for it. And maybe you're just reaching and stretching, or maybe you do want to hold on, flexing the foot and lifting up. And then breathe into it, opening your heart. See if you can get your tailbone out of your body, lengthen the crown of the head, and scan down. Does anything need cared for? Is your body asking you to change in any way that would make you feel just a little better? Nice deep breath in. And then exhale, let it go. One more cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chin and tail. Exhale, round. Feel how great it is to breathe and stretch. And we'll come to down dog. So tuck your toes, and then we're going to lift our hips. So hands forward, hips up. And we'll take some time to find alignment here as we start. So we start again in the hands, the base of your support. So feel grounded. Can you balance the weight in each finger? And then take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, push your hands down enough to lift the hips more and feel how that'll open up the front of the body. Gently hug your ribs and then spin your armpits out, holding the shoulder blades together behind you. And now with your breathing, first just start to play around before we really do anything focused. I want you to listen to your body, what would feel good. Bend a knee, extend the opposite heel. Give yourself permission to play. We are humans, we have a lot of needs, and being playful is one of them. So allow yourself to feel like you've been listened to and cared for, and then come back to center and really open your heart, pressing the hands down, stretching the chest. Now keeping that long, straight spine, bend your knees slightly, so just make sure you're soft and agile. And if you want, it's a challenging pose, but it also feels nice and opening and caring. You can lift one leg, so lift it. It's called three-legged dog. See if you can square your shoulders to the mat. And then if you want, bend your knee, flex your foot, and push it away from that side. So you're just crossing your body. You're lifting your knee. And breathe into the open side. Feel how good that stretch is. Grateful for it. Inhale, lift your leg. And exhale, come back down. So maybe you need a rest or just a break so you can find your child's pose again or stay in down dog for a breath. Inhale and exhale. And then the second side. So knees soft. Lift your other leg nice and high. And really extend it. Feel yourself opening up. Courageous and aware. Shoulders face the mat. And then we'll flex our foot, bend our knee, and let it cross the body. And see how open you can make that one side waist. And then notice what your mind is doing. And is there any part of you that really needs seen and heard? Listen to that part. And then inhale, straighten the leg. And exhale, walk your feet forward to the head of the mat. And let yourself hang in your forward fold. And you can shake it out, yes and no. Roll the shoulders, move the hips. What would feel great? Get to know your body in this new moment of your life. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale, exhale, exhale. Let your hips rise and head hang. And we'll do that again, really breathing in. And then let yourself be fully cared for. What would feel great here? And then when you're ready, bend your knees a lot and lift the eyes. And as you're ready to rise, inhale, push down to lift. And feel yourself rise and stretch and the goodness in that. And then exhale, hands come to your heart. So we'll find our first mountain pose of this practice. Walk to the head of your mat, and then we'll find our footing. So take a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, send your exhale into your feet. So feeling the mat, feeling yourself grip your ground. And you can press even weight into each toe, just like we did down dog with our fingers and our feet. And then we'll find all four corners. So pushing down the ball of the foot, the pinky toe, the outer heel, and inner heel. And feel your arches lift, your ankles open. Nice soft knee bend, just feeling all the pathways opening up in your body. Feeling yourself support and open your pelvis. So you just kind of feel like your hips are opening and then the tailbone's going back and down. And really what it feels like almost is buttoning a tight pair of jeans, but staying open. I know it's a silly way to phrase it, but you'll feel those muscles. And then shoulders come back. And see if you can lift the crown of the head up, tailbone down, and just create a little more core, helping you stay open and postured. And then hands next to you open or at the heart. And just take 2 deep breaths. And I want you to find and feel your posture, soak it in. And then scan down your body on this next one and just notice what you're carrying today. And is there anything that's tense? And then take a moment to say one of your phrases or a couple towards that space. May you be well. And from this very generous heart space, we'll start to flow. Inhale and reach up. Feel yourself lengthen, heels all the way to fingertips, tail down. And then exhale, knees bend and dive forward. Hands to shins or under the toes and lengthen your back flat. Feel the opening, the extension, the joy and energy. And then exhale, let it go. Knees bend, step your left leg or the leg that's farthest from your screen back. So I want the one that's closest to your screen bent underneath you. That way you can turn towards your screen in a moment. And then we'll find our low lunge before we change it. So really lengthen out head to heel. You could always drop your back knee if your body feeling like it needs a little more care and grounding today. So listen to your body more than my voice. Then line up your knee with the midline of your toes. Take a nice deep breath, just feeling your alignment, feeling the calm and being present, your mind right here. And then we'll use our right hand and inhale. We're going to turn right, but I want you to place your hand on your heart to start. Shoulders roll back. So you're twisting to your right with your hand on your heart. Reposition your front knee so it's in line with the toes. And then twist. Maybe turn your chin up. And take a nice deep breath. And as you breathe, provide some care to your heart. Say one of your phrases within if you are finding that helpful already. And then when you're ready, keeping the care, we're going to lose the hand, but I want you to keep the feeling of care. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, shoulders back, feeling the courage to show up, to be seen, and to stretch. So one more deep breath in. And then exhale, that hand comes to the mat. Knees bend, and we'll step back to your downward dog. And you can shake it out, or if your body is asking for a little more relaxation, bend the knees and find your child's pose or puppy pose. Keep practicing self-awareness and then add to it that nurturing component. So take 2 deep breaths here of care. What would that mean for your body? Get to learn and explore. And then if your body wants it, we're going to come forward to your plank and flow through a few moves. So find your plank either kneeling or lifted, and shoulders, tuck them into the back. Ribs, bring it in for a hug. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale, slowly lower the whole way down this first round. Point the toes back. And we'll use our hands, again, caring touch. You can take your thumbs to your low back and then inhale and lift up. And feel how you can be a little bit stronger perhaps just because of the way your hands are. Let your tailbone come out of your body, lifting it up and taking it towards the heels. A little tuck of the chin, and really breathe, lengthen out the neck. So take a nice deep breath and just feel your hands generously and kindly touching. Nice deep breath in and out. And we'll do one more moment. Inhale. See if you want to lift a little bit more, using your back strength. And then exhale and lay your body down, hands to the mat, and push and pull back to the pose your body wants. So whether that's child's pose or downward dog, and take a nice deep breath. Inhale, and then exhale and let it go. And then scan your body and notice what you find. And then from your heart space, send some care, whether it's a phrase or just a feeling. Inhale and exhale, bend your knees and step your leg that's farthest from the screen. So it might be your left leg forward. So you just want to be on your other side now. So you're going to turn away from me if your screen is one side of your mat. So you can be kneeling or lifted. What does your body want? And then find our opening first. So shoulders back. Really use your hand to help your heel come forward right below the knee. And then breathe long from the head to the heel. A nice deep breath. And from a kind space in yourself, take your left hand, place it on your heart, and then twist towards your left. And alignment really does matter in terms of helping us be strong for life. So line up your knee again, in line with the midline of the toes and behind your ankle. And then take 2 deep breaths with this caring touch, saying one of your phrases, may you be well. And then top arm can lift up. And 2 more deep breaths, as expansive as can be, really showing up on your mat. You are worthy of being seen and felt and heard. Inhale. And then exhale, that hand comes down. Bend your knees, step forward, and allow yourself to relax. Nice deep breath. So this time, if you like, you can hug your elbows and let yourself hang for a slightly different stretch. And with each out breath, go a little bit deeper, a little more surrendered, letting your back body lengthen. And how nourished could you be by your own touch here? How comforting could you create it? And then gently let that go. Bend the knees a lot, lift the eyes, and inhale the whole way up. So push the heels down to rise. If your body likes the back bend, take your tailbone back and then lift your heart up. Nice deep breath. And exhale, hands come to the heart. So great job. You can shake it out if you need. We're going to find our mountain pose again. And keep giving yourself grace. None of this is ever supposed to be perfect. It's all a practice. We might do mountain pose 100 times during your practices with me. And each time it might feel like you have to find it again, and that's okay. It's creating the new pathways, the new mind, the new muscles. So allow yourself to be exactly as you are. We're all on our own journey. So take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale down, rooting into the feet, lifting the arches. See if you can create softness in your joints, and then height and openness through the back and through the front. And then hands either at your heart or next to you, or now that you've learned what touch feels like, you could place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. And take 2 deep breaths, breathing with compassion and care. So maybe you want to say one of the phrases that we started with, or simply that same intention, that just as every being wants to be free from suffering, so do I. Take a nice deep breath. And then one more, maybe noticing if anything within you needs cared for and choosing to bring that into awareness so that you can do so in this round. And then when you're ready, soft knees, inhale, reach up. And feel the energy of your reach. Feel the joy in the heart. And then exhale and dive, knees bend, opening and fold. Hands to shins or under the toes and lengthen, really lift and open your back. And then exhale and let it go. Knees bend, step the leg closest to your screen or your right leg. Step that back. So this time you're going to be able to turn towards me. We're going to create what's a warrior two in the feet. So I want you to spin the back heel until it's down and then point your toes a little bit towards you. And when you're ready, inhale and windmill up and over. So you're facing your screen. If you need to reposition, take your time, go ahead. It's all a practice. And then just like we did with our last warriors, I want you to take as much time as you need and reposition the feet. So wherever you feel grounded, wherever all four corners on both sides can push down, and your knees can line up with the middle of the toes. And then lengthen out those 2 points, crown up, tail down. So feel your core support, shoulders back. So for warrior two, how low does your leg want to be? So if your body wants to be deeper, go right ahead. Just be mindful of where your heel is, right below the knee or more forward. And then arms, inhale and reach out. And exhale, gaze down your front arm. So as you breathe and you gaze down that front arm, you're able to see your strength and to own it. So can you do that? Can you take a breath and just soak in your strength, feeling it head to toe? You are enough for whatever comes. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to show up and be yourself. And in order to do that, we have to be able to stay grounded. So feel the grounding in your feet and to feel loved and worthy. So take your back arm, place it on your heart, and then pull your elbow back. So you'll still feel strong, that edge of the elbow reaching back as you reach your front wrist forward, but you also have a compassionate hand here on your heart. And I want you to take a few deep breaths, feeling your compassion. Maybe saying your phrases or new ones like, you've got this. I'm with you. I'm listening. Your feelings belong. Anything at all. One more deep breath in. And then exhale, take your front arm and we're going to bring the elbow down for an extended warrior, and then the top arm will reach overhead. So here you kind of want to take this hip down. So if that's too much for your leg, just come up and be more open. That is totally fine. If you want more, you come a little bit deeper and your elbow can help. If you want challenge, see how light the lower arm can be. So a nice deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. And then spinning open, breathe in and lift. And then your back arm can sweep back. So create a nice caring touch on your back and lift your heart. And if this is challenging, say a phrase that will help calm you. Like, you've got this. I'm with you. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. One more deep breath. And then inhale, lift up. And exhale, we'll come to the low lunge. So lift your back heel, hands to the mat, and step back to down dog or child's pose. Anything that's going to feel helpful to your body in this moment. And take 3 cleansing breaths, feeling the ribs open and watching them open. And then feeling the exhale help you relax. Notice if your mind wanders and just bring it back to your breath for this next moment. And now really listen to your body. What would help you feel the most loved right now? And if it is the vinyasa, you can come with me. Inhale forward to your plank. Shoulders over wrists, kneeling or lifted. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly lower. If you want, just halfway is an option. And then inhale up. So either baby cobra, where you lay your belly down and you lift your heart, or up dog, where you're up. Shoulders, bring them back in each pose, and lengthen the crown and tail away from each other. One more deep breath in, and then exhale, belly in as you sweep your body back and let yourself relax. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. And then do one more and really watch your ribs. Allow your mind to just rest for a moment as you watch. Inhale and exhale. We're going to step the same side but face the other. That way you can still face your screen. So bend your knees and step your left leg forward. And then you can rise up and we'll turn the feet. So we're just going to turn the feet to the other direction so that we're even, but you still face forward. So all of your toes turn over to your right knee or the opposite knee that you were on last time. And then send your feet out wide enough that you can still bend your front knee, but keep it behind or above the ankle. And then lengthen those 2 points, head to tail. And everything opens forward. So the shoulders face forward, the hips face forward and kind of open in the direction of the knees and toes. And line up your knee with the middle of the toes when you look at it. And then arms, inhale, reach up. And exhale, shoulders down, ribs in. Gaze down the front arm and take a few breaths just to feel your strength. Maybe you feel it physically in the muscle, but I want you to soak it in so that it's also in your mind. That you're able to trust yourself. You're strong, you are grounded. You can feel it in the feet. You can feel it in your breath. And then back arm, when you're ready, take it onto your heart and use your elbow to pull back. And breathe, reaching and gazing down your front arm. And I want you to feel the care and compassion of the top hand. And at the same time, breathe deep into your belly. And scan down your body and what's tight. What could you loosen? And if it's hard to loosen, could you provide care to that space? And has anything risen up for you during your practice that wants to be seen or felt or cared for? So take a moment to find that. Inhale. And then as you exhale, you can take yourself forward so your elbow can rest down. And then your top arm reach over for extended warrior. Again, try to square and open to the front. And then this hand can be elbow on the leg or a little lower or even higher if your body is just having a day where it needs more rest. So find what would feel the most genuinely caring and then reach. And even in a strong pose, you can say those phrases. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. One more deep breath. And then sun warrior, inhale up and open. And back arm can rest on your back and have a compassionate touch there. Still bring your tailbone behind you and down. It's going to help your vertebrae. And then just lift your heart and lean. And a nice deep breath in and out. And one more, just wishing well from your heart space. And then inhale, reach up. And exhale, you're going to come down. So if you want to face back the other way, you can, but you don't have to. Wherever you want to step forward into a fold is where we'll be. So allow yourself to fold. And this time, if you want something new, bend your knees a lot and hug behind them. And use your hug. See this as an opportunity of grace and of care. So breathe against your legs. Feel the love in your own arms and warm touch. And what could you soften or comfort here? One more deep breath in and out. And then bend the knees a lot and lift the eyes. And inhale the whole way up, pressing down. And what does your body want for your stretch? Find it for you. And exhale, hands come to the heart. And we'll pause and we'll find our mountain. So coming back to a space where you feel aligned, knees, middle of the toes, chest open, tailbone down, belly nice and strong to support you. And then hands, what would be the most valuable? Maybe you want to touch your heart and your belly again or something different. And soften wherever you feel like your energy is just a little tight where it's catching. It might be just softening of the knees or lifting up through the crown to help your neck stay open. Anything at all. Take a nice deep breath. And then scanning your body with your next breath. Maybe asking yourself, what do you need? I'm here for you. I'm listening. And the more your body knows that, the more it will speak. And then one more deep breath in. And let it go. And we'll start to move again. Inhale and reach up. And exhale, knees bend, and we will dive down. Hands to shins or under the toes and lengthen your back. And then exhale around. Knees bend and step the leg that's farthest from your screen back. So it could be your left leg if you want a side. And then drop that knee and allow your hips to open. So we're really going to open up our hips here on this side, on the outside, and the other side on the inside. So chest lifts. And as you exhale, see if you can soften your hips. So remember what I said at the last time, that we hold a lot in our hips. So they are also a tighter muscle, a larger muscle. So the more that we can just stay, the more they'll be able to open. So take a nice deep breath. Feel the comfort of where your arm or your belly is hugging your thigh, and breathe with grace and gratitude for that space. Inhale. And then exhale, we're going to take our hips back and lift the front toes so that we're stretching now the back side of your legs. So in your hamstrings and calves. You can come forward. If you like a hand to hold and rock, you can. Be very inquisitive. What does your body want? What would feel good? What wouldn't? And guide towards what you need and would feel best. And you can rock it out a little in the hips. Remember, playfulness and discovery is a great part of health. If you've done yoga a lot and you want to make this a split, you go right ahead. So this is a great opportunity. But we're just breathing to open up the backside of the legs. And if you want now, you can allow your head to come forward and just breathe for a moment. Nice deep breath, allowing your ribs to really feel like they extend and contract. One more breath down into your belly. And then exhale, and you'll come forward with that knee. And then lift the back toes so you can lift the knee. And we'll come back to your downward dog or child's pose. Maybe just pedal it out. Feel how you're a little different. Now, if your body wants the vinyasa, the plank flow, you can come forward with me. So inhaling forward. And then exhale down. Does your body want halfway or all the way? Let it decide. And then inhale up again, halfway or all the way. Open your heart. And then exhale back to downward dog or child's pose. Let your body decide. One more deep breath in. And then exhale and bend and step your left leg or the leg that's front. You might need to use your hand to walk your heel forward. That's the key, is that your knee is behind your ankle or right above it. And then exhale and allow your hips to open. And really breathe here. Feel the compassion that you could generate between your arm and your leg, your belly and your thigh. Lengthening out through the crown. Nice deep breath. And then what do you need for one more breath here in this pose? Inhale and exhale. Shift your hips back, lift your toes, and allow yourself to lengthen the whole back side. So you're lengthening the back of the leg, but that length also comes up and rounds forward. So first play around. Maybe you want to flex the foot. Maybe hold the toes. See what that's like. Breathe with it. Nice deep breath in and out. And what would feel caring here? Is there a little change of motion that you could do? Or maybe it's just using your whole lungs, getting to know your body and what you need. And then one more deep breath in. And exhale, come forward, tuck the back toes. And we're going to come back to down dog again. So breathing in, lifting the hips, and breathing out. So we're just using this to transition. Take a nice deep breath in, soft knees. If you want to lift one leg, you can. And if not, you don't have to. I'll show you what you're doing next. So if you like the lift, we're going to lift one leg. So pick your leg, remember which one it is. And then exhale, bring your knee to your heart. And we're going to come to pigeon pose. So if you didn't lift your leg, you just bring your knee in and then lay the outside of that hip on the mat. So both knees could be bent here, or you could straighten the back leg if your body has the flexibility. The key, I want you to square your shoulders to the front side, that short side of your mat. Yeah. Now your foot, it could be flexed. It could be flexed to protect the knee, and you can tuck it in really close to your inner body, and that will also provide a little more ease. Now take the shoulders back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, relax. If your body feels like it would be nice to bend the back knee, you can bend the back knee and reach for it with your same side hand. So it's similar to what we did at the beginning of class, but it's your same side. And then if you want to come down, you can extend your body. So with or without the back foot, you can let that foot go. And then for a little extra comfort, if it feels okay, you can bend your elbow and then place your hand on your heart and just breathe. So with each breath, feel the love of your belly pressing into your leg and the calm of the exhale. And what here needs cared for or seen or felt. Take a moment to really find that. And then use your phrases for just a moment. And when you're ready, if you have your back foot, let that go. And then the hands will come down so you can inhale and press up. And we'll switch sides. So inhale, lift your hips, come to your down dog. If you want to pedal it out, you can. Have the joy of feeling how uneven you are. And we're going to switch sides. So lift your opposite leg if you like the leg lift. No need to do it. And then exhale, bring your knee into your heart and lay the outside of that hip down. So both knees can be bent, or you can straighten the back leg. Now this foot under you, you can flex it. That'll help the knee. And you can even tuck it in to make it a little more easier on your body. So shoulders back, inhale, lift the heart. And then exhale, if it feels good, you can bend the back knee and hold it with your same side hand. Square your body up again. Nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can come down. And if it feels good, you can bend your elbow and just place your hand on your heart. Remember, everything is optional. And then just breathe. Feel the care of your belly against your leg. And so grateful for it. For your breath, for your body, how you're functioning. And then what do you need here? And can you, from your heart space, wish that need towards yourself? Whatever it is, may you have peace. May you be healthy. And just another breath here, allowing yourself to be as you are. And then gently we'll let that foot go. And we're going to swing the back foot in. So you're going to face your screen and we're going to do some twists. So take your left leg and hug it in nice and tight on the ground. And then your right leg, it can either touch your shin here or you can cross over. And then use your hands to walk your sit bones back. And that's just going to line up your pelvis nice and tall with your spine. So if you don't feel like your pelvis is able to get there or your legs feel odd, you could put a cushion under your butt and you could also unwind the legs. That is a way to make this easier. Another option is even to straighten the bottom leg. So you have a lot of options there. All right. So once you've found where your left leg is down, right knee is up, I want you to lift through the crown of the head, and then you're going to turn to your right. So your left arm hugs your right knee. And then your back hand, inhale, and use it to help you lift by pushing it down gently. And with each out breath, really exhale, squeeze the belly in. Wring out your waist, massage your inner organs. So again, you could use the hand to the heart here. You could put your elbow on one side of your knee and hand to the heart. And just feel all the places in your body where you are touching and able to provide care. And really utilize that. And then what places in your body or yourself maybe rose up that wants to be cared for? Take a moment to bring that into mind. And then see if you can be that care. Breathe care towards that space. And then gently unwind. And you can leave your ankle on top of this leg, or if you're over here, you're just going to open. We're just going to open our knees a little bit. So you might have your feet stacked, or you might be open. Hands come back. We're going to use that to inhale the heart, and that also helps your hips open a little bit. So a nice deep breath in. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Really breathe out. And one more. And then let it go. So we'll switch sides. This time it's your right leg that's on the ground, and you're going to tuck it in close. And then your left leg that touches your shin or crosses over, or you can kick out your bottom leg. So find what feels good, and then use your hands to walk your sit bones back so you can be in alignment so that your body can find that caring place to twist from. So inhale, heart up. And exhale, turn to your left. Use your right arm to hug in and then twist back. So your back hand can push down a little to lift. And if you liked the self-care practice of touch, use your hand to compassionately hold your heart. And then really breathe. Each breath, let it press against your leg. And then your belly hug and squeeze for a massage inside. And what can you scan down here? What needs cared for in this moment? And can you provide that care? Maybe use one of your phrases from your heart center. Inhale. And then exhale, gently unwind. And your ankle can stay on top of your knee, or you can be in front. So find open knees, hands come back, and inhale, lift again. Nice deep breath in. And tuck your chin just a little to get the back of the neck nice and long. Nice deep inhale. And then exhale, if it feels good, walk forward and allow yourself to just rest for a little bit. Take your hips and ground them back. And then inhale and push it up. And we'll exhale and switch which foot was on top or in front. Hip bones back, breathe in. And then exhale and walk it forward and allow yourself to rest. And you can use touch again, whether that's your arms or you want to touch the back of your neck again. What would feel the most comforting? And one more deep breath, just noticing how it's stretching your body. And then inhale and gently push up. And exhale, take the shoulders back. All right, so make sure you have enough room to lay back on your mat so that we can bring our body down there eventually. All right, so take your hips back first and feet out. I want you to flex your feet and then use your hands and take your sit bones back. And like a wave, we're going to breathe. So inhale, scoop up. And then exhale, reach forward and allow yourself to rest. So take your sit bones and walk them back if you feel like you have more space. And then flex your feet and let them go. And with each exhale, see if you can soften your hands and let go a little bit more. And as you breathe, just notice what you feel. Do you feel like you should be working or different? Just notice those thoughts so that you can question them later or let them go completely. And 2 more breaths. How could you care for yourself the most in these moments? And then gently inhale, press yourself up. And then bend your knees and we'll slowly roll back. So if you do like the core work, you're pretty familiar with it now. So I'll walk you through. Inhale and exhale, just round your back and then slowly lay down. See if you can feel each vertebrae. You're laying down, just getting to know your body. And then reach overhead. So you get that nice long stretch again. So lifting the chest, lifting the belly. A nice deep breath. And then bring your knees into your heart center. Create that little ball lifting your head and hips. And this time we're going to use this tight, nice squeeze and add a twist. So arms are going to come out as you lay your head down. And then twist your knees all the way up and into your armpits. So you can just twist them towards you and then let them rest down. Nice deep breath. And you can turn your head away from your feet and knees and see if you can ground your shoulder. And feel your twist. You can use your hands to hold you if that feels good. Maybe touch a shoulder or your legs. And just be grateful for your body and for it telling you what it's feeling and what you need. Sending loving kindness back to your body and your spirit. And then let your arms come out again if you use them to touch. And we'll bring the knees all the way to the back. So let them rock the whole way to the back. Nestle them up near your armpit. And then you can turn away from your knees and use your hands again. Create some care on your legs or maybe touch your shoulder. And just grateful for your body, for your mind, and for going through this very growing season. And then gently come on back. We're going to reach up to Joyful Child's Pose again. So really reach, reach, reach. And then come to what we call Happy Baby Pose. So you're going to take your knees outside of your ribs and then flex your feet and hold either the insteps or the outside of the feet. And then take your shoulders, let them melt back. And you can even rock here what would feel good, what would feel caring and compassionate. And then take one leg nice and long and keep the other. We're just going to cross our foot over our body. So your foot just crosses your body and you hold it with the opposite hand. And then here you can cradle that leg and just rock it. So if you want, you could even hold it a little tighter with your elbows. So you just want to cradle and rock. And then your long leg, you could flex your foot to open the hip a little more. And just breathe care, gratitude for this body, for doing this practice, for creating health, well-being, and even love, increasing in your life to yourself and those around. And then we'll let that go and we'll switch. So that leg goes long and then you'll hug the other one in, cross the foot over your body and give a nice little rock. Or maybe hug it tight and breathe. One more deep breath here, using it to care for yourself. And then gently let that go. So one more time, we're going to hug in like a little ball to straighten out the back and then lay your back down. So finding a comfortable position. Maybe you like to rock your knees in again, or maybe you want to go right to lengthening out. And we'll start with our hands, one on the heart or below the left side of your chest, one down on your low belly. And close your eyes if you feel comfortable and start to breathe. And just notice how you're breathing. And then feel the weight of your hands and feel the care within them. And soak that in. Create a loving circle between your hands and your torso and your hands. And then as you breathe, really exhale and let yourself melt back, feeling how you're held. You don't have to hold yourself up. You can let your muscles go. And then scanning down your body and allowing yourself to rest. Take a nice deep breath. And let your forehead and eyes rest. Inhale. And exhale, let your cheeks and jaw and chest rest. Breathe in. Exhale, really melt your head and your shoulders back. Breathe in. And then exhale, let your arms and hands rest. Inhale. Exhale, let your whole back body rest so your belly is free and rested. And then exhale, let your hips sink. Glutes strong on the mat, hips wide. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale the whole way down the legs. Allow them to shut off and to rest. Then bring your mind into your breath. With each and every breath, breathing in, feeling how cared for you are, and breathing out, just softening into that care. So just for a few moments, anytime your mind wanders to a thought or a feeling, just notice it, and then come back to the care and the nuance of your next breath, trusting the process, but creating more love and calm in your brain. And then one more deep breath in and let it go. And we're gently going to start to wiggle our fingers, move our wrists and ankles, start to wake up. And then what would feel great next? Maybe you want to reach overhead or sway, bend the knees, anything that feels good. And then roll to one side and allow yourself to be held and cared for there. Nice deep breath. And then inhale to press up, to sit nice and tall. And so we're going to do one more breath practice, very similar to how we started our class. And the reason being is this one goes a little bit deeper. And so only come back to it when you're ready. And if it's a little too much, just do what you've done and then come back to this later. So this is what I mentioned as metta meditation or loving kindness meditation. And we started it at the beginning. And the goal is not just to be kind to ourselves. I know that that's uncomfortable because we haven't really been taught to be kind to ourselves culturally. So it is a long practice. But once you do have at least a slight basis of that, and you'll work with it even with this, the goal is to expand that to ever widening circles until it includes every single being that we are around. So let's find our posture. You can take your sit bones and move them back so that your pelvis feels like it's holding you. Reach the crown of the head up. And then your hands. Maybe you do like one hand on the heart and one on the belly. Or maybe you want to be open just next to you. So choose what you like. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. And then when you feel ready, you can close your eyes. And bring your mind into your lower hand. Allow yourself to breathe. And imagine yourself from afar. Picture yourself on your mat or on the ground. Just with a loving and aware view. And then come into your heart space and really feel the love in that space. And from your heart space toward yourself, giving love, I want you to repeat in your mind, just as all beings want to be free from suffering, so do I. And then towards yourself, we're going to repeat the phrases. Inhale, may I be safe or may I feel safe. And exhale. And then breathe in, may I be happy or may I feel happy. And then breathe out. Inhale, may I be healthy, may I feel healthy. And then breathe out. And then may I live with ease and feel at ease. And then breathe out. And anytime you feel tense in the next couple of moments, I want you to come back to that, just showing loving kindness towards yourself. But if you feel grounded and able to send your heart space to another, I want you to think of someone that always brings a smile to your face. Maybe it's a child, a pet, a parent, someone who just always brings you joy. And take a nice deep breath in, and towards them, allow them, may they be safe, may you be safe. And breathe out, and then towards them, may you be happy, may you feel happy. And breathe out, and then breathe in, may you be healthy, may you feel healthy. And then breathe out, and breathe in, may you live with ease, may you feel at ease. And then breathe out, And if you need, picture yourself and feel your heart space again, or give yourself love and kindness if any tension rose up. And then bring to mind a friend or someone that you love that's just a little farther out in life than the first person. And with them in mind, I want you to breathe and share with them. May you be safe. And then breathe out. And then towards them, that friend, may you be happy. And then breathe out. And inhale, may you be healthy. And then breathe out. And may you live with ease. And then breathe out. So again, come back to your heart space. Find it again. Picture yourself. And now going one step further, I want you to picture someone that you don't know well. That might just be a face, like a person at a cash register that you saw recently or that you walked past, and just bring them to mind, a neutral party. And sharing this with them, I want you to breathe in, and towards them, may you be safe. May you feel safe. Exhale. And inhale, may you be happy, may you feel happy. And then exhale. May you be healthy. May you feel healthy. And then exhale. And may you live with ease. May you feel at ease. Breathe in. And then exhale. And find yourself again, your heart space. Maybe picture yourself there. And that might be all that you're ready for today. But if you do feel like you have a little more courage or capacity today, you want to do one more ripple further. Bring to mind someone that is difficult for you. So because this could be your very first time, I'd say don't bring to mind someone who's super difficult. Maybe just find a little bit difficult and bring that person to mind. Take a breath. If you need to send yourself love and kindness right now, go ahead. And then with them in mind, if you're ready, breathe in. May you be safe towards them. Breathe out. May you be happy towards them. Breathe out. And may you be healthy towards them. Breathe out. And one more breath for them. Inhale. May you live with ease and feel at ease. And then exhale. And come back to yourself. Send yourself some love and kindness if you got tense. And then bring all of these individuals into your mind, just holding them there. And collectively wishing well, just as all beings want to be free from suffering, may we all be free from suffering. And take a breath, picture yourself that loving kindness on the mat. And one last time, breathing for yourself, may I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. And may I live with ease. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes, release your hands. Let's close our practice with a deep breath, inhaling, reaching up. And exhale, namaste. So thank you so much. That was a lot. I am sure it feels new, and that is okay. We all begin somewhere, and we're all enough. This is all part of the journey. So I would love to challenge you to try that maybe every day for however long you want to try it, and just see if in time the way that you react to yourself in stress becomes almost an instantaneous, oh, may I feel safe? May I feel loved? Whatever your phrases end up being. And the same when you see someone who is in a traumatic moment. I love when you hear the parenting phrase that a kid who's like having a little tantrum, they're not causing a problem, they're having a problem. So it's that little tiny switch of all, they are struggling. May they be safe. May they feel at ease. Sometimes it's not practical, and compassion really isn't. The word compassion comes from to suffer with. So I just want to commend you for taking time to suffer with yourself, to learn what needs cared for, seen, and felt, and then to even practice what we did at the end, so that hopefully your love and compassion will be able to ripple out a lot more quickly and easily with practice. Remember, the more we practice, the more our minds are able to soak that in and to have that be our response. Thank you very much. You're awesome. Grace, peace, and namaste.